Ian, what's that frostbite, buddy? Because we're going to keep that guy nice and toasty warm. We're going to bring some of those vehicles inside as we continue with the Ultimate RV Show National Tour. Sean Parr with the Tilby, Sean and Renee. So a couple of Sean's here, Renee, and you guys got 5 kids in your travel trailer. Not been the easiest time, but you guys love being out on the road.
We love being out on the road. This has definitely been a different experience than typical on the road, but you know, good stories to tell, right? Negative 35-degree weather. It's just great stories.
It's all about the adventure. And Sean, speaking of adventures, we're going into something that you really enjoy. Big bathrooms.
Big bathrooms. Big guy, big bathrooms. No, this one that we're heading into, we're talking 2 sinks in, I guess it would be the master bath.
That's amazing.
I mean, it looks like it's a quarter of the trailer is just the bathroom. And then they give you another half bath as well, which 5 kids, 1.5 baths.
Would be so nice.
That right there, that's selling it to me.
Yeah, the parents are like, okay, we're in there. Absolutely, we want to see it. And with the big slide outs, too, that we're going to see. Ian's got it all ready to go. This is the Forest River Sabre. Ian, what do you got?
I like big bathrooms and I cannot lie. You other RVers can't deny. When my girl walks into a little bit of space. Are you filming? Okay, awesome. Kevin, here we go. Folks, this is the 2021 Forest River Sabre 37 FBT. We are in RVs with big bathrooms, and as apparently you just caught me singing my awesome little song, this one is no exception, folks. We have a huge bathroom. Let's actually start up here. So one of the great things about front baths is that a lot of them will have a bath and a half floor plan. And this is where it's at. There's a lot of reasons I love a front bath. One, of course, you get all this space to get changed. If you want a good space, right, it's right off the bedroom. You come right in. It's kind of like a master ensuite that you would have in your home. You're able to get changed, do your thing. You have plenty of wardrobe space. It's already built in, right? Very common for fifth wheels to have wardrobe in the front. But here it is. So you can just grab your clothes, get changed, good to go, step out of the shower. It's exactly what you would want. Again, kind of a similar setup to what you would have at home. The other thing I love is oftentimes up front, you also get washer dryer prep. So your washer and dryer are close to the bedroom, so it's easy to do laundry, but it's still out of the way and it's not taking up, any extra wardrobe space. And if you don't want washer and dryer, because for the record, folks, not everyone does have washer dryer in their unit, even though the prep's in there. So manufacturers put in these big shelves, so you still get a ton of extra storage in there, which is fantastic. Another reason I love it is all the extra space. So the reason I say that is actually my in-laws have a front bathroom fifth wheel. And one of the things we oftentimes use it for, at least, when my 5-year-old was a little bit younger, and now, for my 1-year-old, but we have a pack and play. And a lot of times you just don't have a spot to put it in an RV, right? Especially during the day for nap time. At night, yeah, no problem. You can, drop down the dinette, throw it up on top of there. As long as they're not crawling up and out, you're good. But during daytime for naps, what we'd do is we'd put a pack and play right in here because you have the space for it, right? Then you can plug a little baby monitor in and then you can be outside. You can sit out at the picnic table, maybe enjoying a cocktail, having a snack, whatever it may be, and then everyone's in here resting peacefully, but it gives you that additional space, which is awesome. You also see the shower, right? Nice big shower in here. I mean, I'm 6 foot tall, especially with that skylight, folks. I can be the 6'4" and still be able to shower in here, no problem. I can be Chris Young height, and I can still shower in here even without the skylight, which is awesome. Big old shelves here. You have a seat. The nice thing I like about this seat is for me, it's on the appropriate side. It's over here. So if you actually want to sit and shower, well, now I can do it, right? I can grab the hand wand, just making life a little bit easy. It's cold, things are cracking a little bit, but just making life easy. The other thing is that if you want something to shave your legs, right? You can put your foot up there, shave your legs, making life a little easier on you. And across the way here, above that countertop is beautiful storage. Nice big medicine cabinet in there, ton of storage all the way across. More all the way down underneath, couple big drawers here as well. Lots of countertop space, dual vanity. That's a huge one, folks. I can't tell you how many times I'll shave my beard and my wife is yelling at me because there's hair all over the countertop and all over the sink. Well, now it's my sink, right? She can keep her side a little bit cleaner. I'll keep mine what I think is clean. I swear, I clean it up. I do. It's not like I'm a dirt ball. I clean it all up, but somehow there's just miraculously hairs that still show up. Anyway, having a dual vanity is an awesome thing. I have it at home. I'm sure a lot of you do too. And as a lot of you can probably attest, it can definitely be a marriage saver, especially when you're in, under 400 square foot of space. Making our way into the bedroom. So you have a slide out bed here, you know, plenty of bed space. You're not gonna elbow each other, which is great. You have that shiplap wall board there. Windows on both sides for cross ventilation, plus a window up top just to help bring in some natural light. And I like that too. It makes this bedroom a beautiful, bright space. Another really cool thing, check out the storage up here, folks. Huge storage right there, which is, you know, good for some of those items that maybe you don't have to get a ton because, you know, it's a little awkward, I guess, to get to this space, but I love that they didn't waste it and they put something up there for you. AC here in the bedroom, of course, that will tie into the other AC. Everything will be ducted, making sure everything will stay nice and cool. TV hookup right there, right above your chest of drawers. So if you want TV in the bedroom, you'll be good to go. Of course, you have electrical outlets, USB ports on both sides of the bed there too, in case you need to plug anything in. Making our way down the steps, you might think, well, what did we have, you know, that extra space up top for? What's underneath it? Well, you're about to find out. Step on in here with me, and you will see, I want to start singing Willy Wonka. Come with me and you'll see a bathroom full of imagination. Anyway, you step right in here. This is your half bath. You have the toilet. You know, plenty of space when I shut the door. I'm good. Good shoulder space, good leg space. Opening up our storage. You know, you have room for your hand towels, extra toilet paper, black tank chemical, anything else you need in there. Of course, you have your faucet right there, so you can wash your hands in here. Very important, folks. Make sure you wash your hands, please. A little bit of storage there underneath. And then you have a window again here to let in natural light. That went out. One thing you will notice, I'm just putting this out there, because we have storage up top, there is no vent fan. So if you're doing number twos in here, window, it opens. Very important. Key note there. But the other thing I do like about it is the fact it's right across from the entryway. So if you need to use the bathroom, you can just come right in, do your business, and head right back out. And this is the only spot that's getting dirty. You're not bringing dirt into the other, you know, the entire camper. You're not bringing dirt up into the bedroom. Super simple and easy to get to. Now, the other cool thing about this front bath is they kind of changed things up a little bit because it is a rear kitchen mid-living front bath. And so it's combining so many great things in this floor plan, which is why I love it so much. You have the huge bathroom space, you get tons of countertop space, we'll see in a second, and you get a mid-living that resembles a front living room fifth wheel. So you can see here, we have opposing slides in this main living area with sofas on both, as well as theater seating right here in the back. So everyone can be, you know, right in the middle of the RV. Everyone can be talking, having a great time, and a massive TV right there that everyone is able to see no matter where you're sitting in this back, or if you're back in the kitchen prepping food, you're still able to get a good view to that TV. Of course, multimedia center as you would expect, and the fireplace right down underneath. Now, there is a little bit of storage up top, a little tricky to get to. You'll want a step stool, but it is there. And I also want to point out the speakers. Take a look at that. You have some upgraded speakers in here, which are awesome, so that, you know, if you want some good sound quality, whether you're watching TV or listening to music, you have that available. But again, I love this mid-living room feel, especially with that big front bath. Now, as far as a place to eat, you have freestanding table and chairs, can simply fit 4 people around here, no issues whatsoever. Zebra shades all the way around to let in the amount of light you want to let in. And when you come to the very back, take a look at this big, beautiful kitchen here in the back, Kev. So, you know, a lot of times this would be a rear kitchen floor plan. You know, they wouldn't have that front bath on there. And so the big advantage of a rear kitchen is this right here, all of this extra countertop space you get. You'll see the high-rise industrial style faucet, the apron front sink. It's kind of like that new black stainless steel that we've seen, you know, very hot in the residential side right now. And the storage all the way around, right underneath. You have storage over here. You have a bank of drawers, you know, 3 nice full extension ball bearing drawers for everything you need to put in there. Storage all the way across the top, and you even get a big pantry. So one of the reasons I just absolutely love this 37 FBT is because, again, most of the time, what is in the back of your RV is the main feature, right? And this one would be a rear kitchen. But you also get an awesome living room with that mid-living, and you get the huge front bath, which for this one is probably the main feature of it. And so there's just so many things that I absolutely love in this one, and I think they knocked it out of the park. Again, so storage all the way across the top, microwave here. I do want to point out that you have a residential refrigerator here as well. And so you'll see that this one is not currently on because we don't have it plugged into shore power. power. Now, it does have an inverter dedicated just for this fridge, so as you're going down the road, everything will stay nice and cool in there. But, you know, this one being almost 43 foot long, they didn't intend to have you do a ton of boondocking, and with a 43-foot rig, I wouldn't want to do much either. So they put in a residential refrigerator so it cools down nice and quick. You get the extra cold storage. You still have big tanks on here. You're looking at 49-gallon fresh, 76 gray, and 76 black. So nice big tanks. Now, folks, we're going to go take a look at the outside, but if the inside is enough to convince you with this RV, which for a lot of people, I know it will be, all you have to do is text the word RV to 46642, and that will get you the special show pricing on this one, which is starting at under $54,000, folks. That's under 13 bucks a day for all of this. You want to talk about a great rig for a great price, this is the one. Now, if you love this setup, maybe you want some different features, maybe you're not in love with the wood color, you want something else, we do have some other manufacturers that have a similar floor plan available, so if you're interested in one of those, you just want to see what else is out there before you pull the trigger, not a problem at all. Text the word fresh to 46642, and that'll give you access to over 100,000 pieces of inventory we have here on the lot and on order. And again, we'll help navigate you through to make sure you find the perfect front bath, rear kitchen, mid-living fifth wheel for you. Let's head outside, take a look at some of the extra features here. Nice solid steps, folks. I absolutely love these. The More Ride step above step system. Now, because this is a Sabre, you'll see they actually had that kind of engraved right there in the plate or cut out, which is kind of a nice little feature. But aluminum treads, they aren't going to rust. You have the grip tape, extra big grab handle there, so you have great control when entering or exiting the RV. One of my favorite parts, though, is right up here. In this one, where you have a rear kitchen, mid-living, front bath, they still were able to give you an outside kitchen. So you have your little wash basin right here, your sink. You'll see a fridge. That's I know what I'm using this for. You know, it may be different for you, but this one's not built for kiddos, so there's not going to be much juice in here unless it's getting mixed with vodka, if you catch my drift. But more than likely, I'll have a couple beers in there. I love the fact it's nice and easy to access, even if it's condiments, right? You know, even if you're not a drinker, great, that's awesome. You can fill that up with ketchup, relish, mustard, whatever else. You're out here making hot dogs, hamburgers over the fire. Maybe you hook your grill up. There's a propane quick connector right here, so you can hook your favorite grill up right there, whatever you want to use. Grab those condiments, start making all sorts of delicious food. Coming up front, just want to show you a couple other things here. Mainly this one. So if you take a look, this right here is that inverter I was talking about, pure sine wave inverter that is dedicated to the refrigerator. And right over to this side, folks, this one also has auto level. Again, for the price you're looking at, starting at under $54,000, you're getting all that inside, plus you're getting auto level with the touch of a button. This bad puppy's gonna level itself out. As I said, folks, if this is the one for you, text that word RV to 46642. This is the 2021 Forest River Sabre 37 FBT. And if you already got a deal on this one and somehow they made it under 54K, which I know they didn't, but if they did, if you got a better deal, all you have to do is text the word BEAT to BEAT. And if we can't beat it, we'll give you $1,000.
Demand for RVs is at historic levels, which is why we are working around the clock to bring you over 80,000 factory fresh RVs. That's the largest selection of RVs in the world. Fresh from the factory to our stores to your driveway or campsite. RVs are made by Americans for Americans. And now you can see America for less. Shop over 80,000 factory fresh RVs, starting at just $5 a day. Click, call, or visit your local Camping World or Gander RV and Outdoors today.
This is Bryce, I'm Nellie, and we are the Journeys. We are full-time RVers with our 2 little girls. We have an almost 3-year-old and a 7-month-old. We have done all 50 states in our RV. We moved from a Class A to a fifth wheel and we're going strong.
We've partnered with Camping World, Good Sam, and Gander RV during this Ultimate RV Show National Tour to go to 10 different locations throughout the country, show you all that they have to offer, and actually hide geocache treasures throughout this tour. So make sure you follow along with the Ultimate RV Show National Tour and join us as we go across the country on this tour.
This is Bryce. I am Nellie. We are the Jergies, and this is our segment about must-haves, things you must have.
Yeah, some of these things are stuff you don't think you need until you need it, and if you don't have it, huge regret. We're gonna start off with that. There's a lot of items here, but the first category, this is from experience too, okay? So this is it. We're gonna talk about things that you can get by without at first, but you'll regret it if you need it and don't have it.
Yep.
Tire pressure monitoring system right here. This is one that's in Camping World, Gander locations. What this does is you screw it onto the air caps of your tires, and it'll notify you if the pressure gets too low or the temperature's too hot before a blowout happens.
Now, we got this after Bryce watched several YouTube videos about some RV crashes, and he was like, all right, let's get these bad boys. We got those, and we feel safer with them.
Best to play safe with this. This is another one of those things, a surge protector. This is for a 50 amp. We actually have this model. If the power comes too strong, it doesn't let it damage your RV, and if the power's too low, it also shuts off so that you don't have your AC units running with too low of power. What that does is it makes them work too hard, and they burn up and can fry your electric. So also very important. Two little things that you can get by without, but if you don't have.
But you want to have it when the time comes. Then we got everything for sewage right here. Bryce, you're really good at the sewage part.
I am somehow our sewage just gets taken care of, and Nellie doesn't know how, but
magic.
It just happens. But when you get a sewage hose, we like to recommend ones that have a clear elbow, so you can see when the filth is through.
The filth.
And then this is also a water pressure regulator. You don't know what the pressure is going to be like at different RV parks. This keeps it at a safe pressure.
Because it can burst your pipes, and you don't want that happening.
You don't.
What was that one time when you went to put it on the water outside, and it
made like a 6-inch hole in the ground.
Yeah.
Within 10 seconds.
You just never know what you're going to get.
Yeah. So that's important. And then for hoses, this isn't like absolutely necessary, but something like this to hold it and a non-kink hose right here just makes the experience way easier.
Now, speaking of hoses, we do love our heated hose. Now, we actually just went through, like you guys know, a winter vortex. It's pretty cold, and Bryce still found water, nice water in our hose after putting it away.
Yeah, it wasn't frozen. It keeps it warm enough so it doesn't freeze your lines, and it keeps, that helps. Especially, we also went to different RV parks where they required you to have one if you're going to use water as well.
Great to have. Also, a personal must. You guys ready for this?
Get ready.
This is called a Sherpie.
It's not needed.
Okay? And through this winter vortex, I have worn it 24/7.
It's needed.
24/7. It's real warm. It's great.
Yeah,
it covers your whole body.
So comfy here too.
One fits all. So make sure you get a Sherpie.
And speaking of warmth, little things like this. On your air vents, they obviously close, but there's just that plastic. So this keeps the heat in. Very helpful there. We got step stool for the tall cabinets.
Not all of us are 6'5".
Yeah.
But anyway, guys, are some of our must-haves. We have a lot of great things coming your way. Feel free to check it out, and let's take it away from here.
Heartland has RVs to help everyone launch their life's journeys. All new designs and floor plans provide choices for every type of camper. Whether you're a solo RVer, a family, a retiree, or something in between. Come find your perfect model, because buying a Heartland should feel like you're joining our family. So let's hit the road and enjoy life's great adventures together.
Travel with peace of mind. Good Sam Roadside Assistance covers your cars, RVs, motorcycles, and all eligible family members. Unlike the competition, we offer unlimited distance towing, free roadside tire delivery, and coverage in all of North America. It's no wonder top consumer reviews ranked us #1. With plans as low as $5.50 a month, you can't afford to get stuck without it.
Man, I love an RV with a big old bathroom, and this baby has a big one in the back, folks. Again, these are RVs with big bathrooms, and the Salem 22 RBS is not going to let you down. As we take a look in this floor plan, I think this one is very well designed. They did a lot of things in a smaller space. This one's coming in under 27 foot, and it seems big and open. I mean, as you can see right here, this big slide with the refrigerator and kind of the open sofa space with the table, it just really helps open things up. Right? Rather than having a dinette here that kind of sticks out, it just really opens this space and makes it very workable. Starting off right here in the kitchen, again, I always love to start off on the kitchen just because A, it's going to be a focal point to the RV, and be, I do a lot of cooking when I camp, so I like to see what I'm working with. And even though we have a big bathroom, we have a fantastic kitchen space here as well. You can see right here, you get all this prep space, and I love having that. You know, we still have a big sink and a cooktop, but they allowed this big prep space, which I absolutely love. Beautiful backsplash on there too, and you can see it does go behind the cooktop as well as all the way along the countertop here. And I'm glad they brought it over. A lot of manufacturers would just put it behind the cooktop and maybe the sink, you know, just put it on one wall. But by bringing it over, for me, it just helps kind of complete that whole look and bring everything together. Across the top, you'll see that decorative glass, almost like a honeycomb pattern, looks pretty cool. Good storage all the way throughout there as well. Microwave and hood up top here. And when we drop down, as I mentioned, you have your 3-burner cooktop, which is recessed. So again, if you need to, you can use this as prep space if you're not using the burners. If you do need to use them, this folds up and back just like so. That will give you access to those 3 burners. That front one is high output. The knobs light up. You can turn it off if you're not into that look, but just note that button also will control the light in your oven. But of course, it has the oven if you want to do any baking. Now, next to the cooktop is the sink. You know, I like this too. A lot of people, you know, there's some different schools of thought on if you want a big single basin, if you want the split bowl. There's advantages to both, right? When you have a split bowl like this, it makes it a lot easier to wash and rinse dishes, which I know for a lot of people is a big plus. But it does make it a little bit harder if you're using some big, you know, residential style cookware. Rather than buying, you know, like camper cookware, if you have some big pots, it may not fit down in here. But you know, again, it does make it a heck of a lot easier to wash and rinse dishes, and you don't have to have like a separate tub or basin or anything to make that usable. You'll also see the high-rise kind of industrial style faucet, a little bit darker here, which I like. You know, it's good contrast to the light countertops and the lighter sink. You know, as we kind of take a look all throughout here, you can see, you know, beautiful flooring in here as well. Again, they did a good job of having some light and dark colors. A little bit darker wood, but kind of that lighter, that herringbone tile or herringbone kind of wood look on the floor, which I think is a really good look. Underneath the countertop, we'll open it up right here. You'll see you do have 2 drawers. And if you've ever seen my videos, you know that I say you have to have at least 1 drawer, preferably 2 in the kitchen. And they did an excellent job for that. So you have a spot for all your flatware and anything else you need, really. Plus, there is a big spot for a trash can, which I love. You gotta have a spot for it. Don't want my bag hanging out. And that will do a good job of taking care of that. Entertainment center will be located here. You kind of have this shiplap wall board, which I love. You'll also see you have this for your cables, so that way you can run your cables through, and you can see that it'll also go right down into here to connect to that your multimedia center. This one does control the soundbar itself as well as the speakers outside. You'll also see a HDMI and USB port on there, so all that is built right into that soundbar. And then you will see some of your components for, you know, your King for Wi-Fi, electrical outlet, and then over-the-air cable will be there as well, or over-the-air antenna rather. And of course, again, a nice big spot for our TV. Now, underneath is a fireplace. Cool thing about this, folks, is that's not just for looks. That is a space heater, and a lot of people don't think about that. But, you know, if you're out camping and, you know, as long as you have shore power, because it does run off 120, so as long as you have shore power generator, you can run that fireplace. It'll do a pretty good job of taking the chill off in this space, and you won't have to burn through any propane. Come around with me a second to the side and take a look in the pantry. I love this. This is something that manufacturers started doing about a year, maybe a year and a half, 2 ago. Kind of this floor plan, right? They realized, hey, if we bring the entertainment center out a little bit, we can put all this storage behind it. And they started doing that a couple different ways. This is one of them right here. Some other floor plans, what'll happen is you'll have an entertainment center and it'll be on hinges, and you can push the whole thing open and there's a bunch of storage behind it. So a couple different ways to get to it. Now, we're obviously, you know, we know what those floor plans are. You know, if that's kind of something you're interested in, where you like the hidden storage, folks, all you have to do is text the word FRESH to 46642. We can help you out. We can show you some of those floor plans, whether you're looking for a bunk model, rear bath, whatever it may be, but kind of help you distinguish of, oh, you want something with a lot of storage, but you want to be able to sleep, 6 people? Great, I got it for you. This one we're in right now is not going to be the one, of course, because you can sleep 3, but if you're looking for something with a rear bath and a great setup, then this right here might be the one for you. Now, come on in, because as I said, this one is all about big rear bathrooms. And what's the great advantage to rear bathrooms, or large rear bathrooms, right? It's going to be a couple things. One, you obviously just have a lot more space when you're sitting here to do your business. I mean, listen, I'm not saying I'm going to sit in here and read a novel, but I may read an article, may read a short story, right? You know, my wife might yell at me because I'm taking a break while she's out with the kids and I'm getting a breather in here. That may or may not happen. But, you know, I want to make sure I have enough space, and I definitely do. Good shoulder space, good leg space right here around the toilet. The other nice thing about having a large bathroom is it gives you a place to change. A lot of times up in the bedroom, it's a little bit tighter space. So when you have a large bathroom like this, right, I have space where I can actually change clothes. And if you take a look, if you're able to get in here, second, Kevin, I don't know if I can open it up far enough with that angle. There you go. So if we can get right in there, you can see that you have a big wardrobe there too. So you have a good spot to hang your clothes. Plus you have more storage underneath. So you still have a linen closet in here, which is fantastic. Mirrored medicine cabinet over to the side. Nice big countertop here. And then if we take a look underneath that, again, more storage. So, you know, if you've bought an RV before and you're like, man, I just don't have enough storage in my bathroom, folks, when you get a nice big rear bath like this, you definitely don't have to worry about it again. The deep linen closet right over here. There is some plumbing running through there, but there's still more than enough space. And when I step into the shower, because I know this is another big one for people, take a look, folks. I'm 6 foot tall. Even without that skylight, I'm not hitting the ceiling. With that skylight, I can probably be 6'2" and not have to bend down in here, which is pretty great. But it's not all about the rear bath, right? That's just one portion of it. You need to make sure the rest of the floor plan is functional too. And that's where this comes in. This is one of the reasons I love the 22 RBS by Salem. So a couple different things to note here. One, there is a table. It slides in right here. There's an arm, so you have a table. So this does kind of become your eating space, right? The thing I love about it though is kind of like right now, you can remove that. So if you just want a sofa, if you just want a place for people to sit around and watch TV, you can do that. You also get kind of this lounge right here on the end. So if I want to, you know, post up right here and watch TV, I have a great shot to it. I'm super comfortable. You know, this would probably be my primary seat in the house. If it's just the two of you, you can have, you know, someone lay down right here, can have my head's wife on my lap, and, you know, we're just chilling, relaxing, and really kind of getting comfortable. But the other thing I love about this one is the fact you have great storage underneath. So I'll open this up for you, and look at that. They already give you bins. Now, listen, I realize these are plastic, and they probably cost like 20 cents to make. The manufacturer probably buys them for like $2. But the thing I love about these is they are built to fit, right? You don't have to take measurements. You don't have to go out to the store and try to find what's gonna work. You already have one of these in all 3 compartments. The other thing that I love about this one is this right here. This drops down just like that and makes a huge bed. Take a look at this. At 6 foot tall, I can get a pillow right here and I can fully lay out, folks. I mean, again, I could be 6'2" and still be able to sleep here as an adult. That's something that you normally can't get, especially in a travel trailer this size with this layout. It just would never happen. So I love the sleeping capability. If you do have a friend or something that wants to stay the night, you have a place they can crash, or you know, maybe you get in a fight, you're in the doghouse, need to sleep on the couch, you can do that too. Right over here is our fridge, Everchill, 12-volt compressor-driven refrigerator. This one's fantastic. It cools down nice and quickly, and you know it's going to just run off 12 volts, so it's going to run off your battery power. Now, the neat thing about these is they are pretty low power consumption. So if you have solar, and I'd recommend having 2 batteries just to make sure they're nice and charged up. You can basically run this nearly indefinitely, which is pretty awesome if you're someone who likes to do some boondocking. And bear in mind, this one also has a 40-gallon fresh tank, 60-gallon gray, and 30-gallon black. So you have a larger than normal fresh tank and huge gray tank capacity. So which, in case you don't know, if you're new to RVing, your gray tank is usually the one that fills up first before your black. So having that bigger capacity will let you stay out longer before you have to dump the tanks. Coming up front real quick here, just want to show you a few quick things before we head outside. One of them, this is the table. So in case you're wondering what the table looks like, you know, nice big table. Again, 2 people can very comfortably eat at that table. You will see cubby holes on both sides. I love that because it gives you a spot to, you know, put some different items, whether it's your cell phone or if you have a CPAP machine, you can put it in here. And they planned on it. The electrical outlet is right here. So you can put your CPAP machine in there, run the cables right through, you're good to go. You will see the hanging rods on both sides, storage across the top, and then there is big storage underneath. I'll lift this up, and you can see a couple different things. One, you have these bins you can just easily access without having to lift the bed. 2, you have all that extra storage, and that is that's accessible rather from both inside as well as through the pass-through. So let's head outside real quick. We'll take a couple look at some of the features out there. And you'll see that, the features don't stop on the inside. There's a lot of great features out here too. So let's take a quick peek. I do just want to show you in that pass-through again. You can see the struts, and as I said, that has that same access from inside. We talked about solar for that 12-volt fridge. If you want solar, this one has it. All you have to do is buy the portable panels, plug it in right there. It will trickle charge that battery. And again, if you plan on doing some boondocking, that's probably something you're going to want. It can be pretty important. Power tongue jack right up front here, folks. This makes it nice and easy to connect and disconnect from your tow vehicle. You'll also see a battery disconnect right back here, which I like. What that is you can flip that and it will kill all power to the RV, so you're not getting that slow drain. Another thing that's really neat on the Salem that's kind of unique is this right here. You have these JT strong arms, which basically help support the unit, right? So when your stabilizers come down, it kind of creates a triangle, which, if you're not familiar, is one of the strongest structures we have in nature. And so that will help stabilize that RV so it's not rocking around as you're moving around inside. Beautiful, smooth aluminum front end on there as well. Nice and easy to clean, folks. This is a gorgeous RV, especially for the size. You're looking at the 2021 Forest River Salem 22 RBS. If you're interested in this one, folks, simply text the word RV to 46642, and you can be the brand new owner of this one starting under $27,000 or as low as $667 a month.
Thank goodness we got Ian back indoors. My goodness. Sean Parr, I'm with two lovely ladies. I've got my friend Renee over here from the Tilbys. Good to see you, and always good to see Nellie, who lets me hang out and babysit her kids. I have become Uncle Sean on the Ultimate RV Show National Tour.
Godfather.
And I love this. We are in Wichita, Kansas, and I'll tell you something right now. The Ultimate giveaways continue. Guys, we need to give away a gift card, and I'm not going to do $100 this time. I'm not even going to do $200 this time. It's not my money. I'm going to do $250.
That's amazing. That is amazing.
And we have a winner. You want to say the winner, Nellie?
Yeah, I'm ready. Let's do it.
We
have... Oh my gosh. It is. You're right. This is like a country singer name.
Total country singer.
Rhett Cody.
Woo!
Rhett Cody. If that doesn't say go out and buy my country album tomorrow, I don't know what does, but Rhett Cody. Or coming up live on NBC, it's Rhett Cody.
That's right.
Doesn't it sound like that?
It's perfect. It's perfect.
Yeah,
it's already in line.
So you were just showing all this amazing retail stuff, the must-haves from the Jergies.
So fun.
What can $250 buy? Most of that stuff.
Honestly, yeah. $250 can go a long way at Camping World.
Especially if you're a member of Good Sam, because you get the big 40% discount.
You know, it's so amazing. And you can get stuff like my kids. I got some chairs today. It's amazing. You get that 40% discount.
You guys needed some new chairs. I'm very glad you invested in
so
that.
Bad.
The most adorable thing is Renee has 5 children, and your son just walked around and he's got his chair and he holds
Carrying
it, and everywhere he stops, he puts it down, unpacks it, boom, it's in. And guess what we're going to do now? We're going to go east to west with an amazing Silver Lake. And I told you we were going to make Ian work today. This guy is so busy. Take a look at this one.
So let's say you love everything about the Salem, but you're like, Ian, I just want maybe something that has a fixed dinette and a sofa. Maybe you don't like the lounge combination. Well, you're in good luck because, as I said, folks, there's a lot of floor plans out there that are very similar. We know the differences. We're here to help you out. All you have to do is text that word FRESH to 46642. And this is a perfect example because this right here is the 2021 East to West Silver Lake 26 KRB. Now, this one is a little bit longer. You're looking at about 30.5 feet, right? Just shy of it. But what it does is it takes the floor plan, extends it out a little bit, and rather than having a lounge, if you take a look here, you will see it gives you a super slide with the jackknife sofa and the fixed dinette. So as we go through, you'll see a few other differences, right? But just kind of bear that in mind. But this is what I'm talking about, right? As you're out there, as you're shopping, you know, you can start looking at some of the different RV styles. I like this floor plan, but I want this. Maybe it's some subtle changes. Folks, lean on us, let us help you out. Now, today, you know, you get the benefit of I'm going to show you some of the differences right here. So as we talk about the Silver Lake 26, you will see that they shifted your sink a little bit, right? They kind of shifted it over here where the countertop was, your prep space. Now you have prep space right in the center, so a little bit different. Still, you know, nice, upgraded, beautiful countertops, under-mounted stainless steel sink right there. You know, you have the high-rise industrial style faucet, absolutely gorgeous faucet there. the electrical outlet over to this side with plenty of space there for a coffee maker. Now your backsplash doesn't quite extend as far. You will see they give you a window though, which is great, but the backsplash is going to be just behind the cooktop, that 3-burner cooktop right there. And you'll also notice this one isn't recessed, it's raised up, and then you have the oven underneath to do some baking. Now over to this side is your bank of drawers. You know, you get 3 drawers in this one, so 1 more drawer than we had in the Salem, and you still have a nice big spot there for the trash can. Up top is your storage. They went with wood instead of glass, so if you like that look more, you'll be in luck with this one. You'll also see the microwave over to this side, hood underneath, and then they have the Dometic standard refrigerator. So by standard, I mean the fact that this one does run off both propane and electric. So if that's something you're looking for, you know, again, different manufacturers will use different refrigerators, especially nowadays. It used to be, you know, it was just your propane and electric, and then some of them started going to residential, and now, as I mentioned, a lot of them even have 12-volt refrigerators. So what are the differences, right? The big thing here is if you plan on going somewhere and you don't want to rely on solar and battery power, you want to just rely on propane, then this is your unit, right? Straight out of the gate, you can boondock with this. You will be absolutely fine. If you want to invest a little bit in that solar, then you can boondock a little bit easier with that 12-volt fridge. But if you try to do it right out of the gate, you're going to drain down your batteries pretty quick, and you're going to come back and yell at me because you didn't watch this video when I told you. If you come on in a little bit further, so again, as far as the entertainment center, this is going to be something that's pretty familiar, right? We have the entertainment center that is directly across from our seating area, right where we want it. You know, we lose the fireplace there, but you do still have a multimedia center, and instead of the fireplace, you will see you get a little bit of extra storage. So it's just kind of, you know, what works best for you. Coming around to the side, boom, there it is. Nice big pantry. Now this pantry is deeper, right? It's bigger, you have bigger shelves, has a motion sensor light in there, which is really nice. That way, as soon as you open it up, the light pops on. You'll see the shelves don't come all the way forward, so if you have like a Swiffer or a skinny vacuum you want to put in there, chances are you can. And the other thing I like about it is you have all that space on the floor. So as soon as you walk in, I can kick my shoes off and toss them right in there. That way you don't have a bunch of shoes right here not tripping all over them. Now, of course, this segment is all about big bathrooms, and just like we saw in the last two, folks, you get a nice big bathroom right back here. Take a seat on the toilet, you know, more space than a man could need. Over to this side, huge countertop space. That's one of the big pros of this 26 KRB is all the countertop space. I know, you know, my wife and I have gone camping several times, and that's one of the things oftentimes, you know, that she says a lot of RVs lack is bathroom countertop. You know, you have all sorts of stuff you're putting on there, you know, hair product, toothbrush. You know, I use like my little beard trimmer, right? Like, you know, you have all this stuff that you're using or that's sitting out, set a hair dryer down. A lot of times you just don't have space. When you get into a nice big rear bath like this, sometimes it will give you that much wanted space. You also see the medicine cabinet there right up top. Storage, a little bit of storage here underneath. We can see that. Then as we look across the way, right here is your linen closet and the shower. And once again, I will step in just to show you that here you don't have a problem, folks. Again, headspace, 6 foot tall with that skylight, can be 6'2", 6'3", be able to shower in here, no problem. You have the built-in kind of shower door, which this is nice. So it just locks into place just like that. And then when you're done, it just winds right back up. The cool thing about that is it is mold resistant, so you don't have to worry about it molding or anything. You can just have it, you know, zip right back in and it'll be just fine, which is a big plus, right? You don't have to sit there and have to wipe it down. That's a pain. Making our way back out, that super slide right here on the off-camp side, folks, and that, again, really helps open up this living area. Jackknife sofa, the big advantage of a jackknife, of course, is all of the storage you get underneath. Now, when I lay this one out flat, lay down on it, what you'll notice is I don't have as much space, right? And this is pretty common for a jackknife, and to be honest, this is a little bit bigger than some of the others out there. But you know, in the Salem, whereas I could lay down at 6 foot, here, right, I'm gonna have to curl up a little bit to make it work. So it can still work, but it's just not gonna be as comfortable for your guests. So, you know, again, that's one of those things that you have to weigh out. Do you want you know, more comfortable sleeping place, or, you know, do you want something that's a little bit smaller, a little bit lighter, you know, and then has a little bit different design, right? And it doesn't have a fixed dinette like this one does right here. Now, the great thing about this fixed dinette is this is a very large dinette, and what I mean by that is when I sit here, you know what? I'll scoot all the way in. I mean, Kevin, look at all the space I have, right? Like, there is a ton of space here. I mean, you can easily, very easily sit 4 people here, 4 people in this dinette. Honestly, if you have a little one, you might be able to fit, 6 people in here. It's a very wide dinette. And for me, as I always say, I like a little bit of elbow room, and even still, if I'm eating, if I'm blocking my food like a football player, as my wife always says, I still have more than enough space, again, for 4 people to sit here very, very comfortably, which is great. And for me, for someone who likes to play a lot of games when I camp, whether it's with family, whether it's with friends, whatever it may be, I like board games. My wife loves puzzles, so having a bigger table like this might be something that would interest us, might be something that interests you as well. Another big one, another big selling point of Silver Lake, come on into the bedroom here, is this: the fact that Silver Lakes come with a king size bed. And when I say that, this is it's 72 inches wide by 80 inches long. You get that full 80-inch residential length, which a lot of times is missing, right? A lot of times you'll have like a camper queen or a camper king where it's short. Not at all the case here. You get the nice, big, full king-size bed. You'll have electrical outlets and USB ports on the side there in case you need to plug anything in. Of course, storage all around the top and wardrobes on the side. And if you do want TV, you'll see that there is TV hookup right there, as well as a backer built into the wall, so that way you can have a TV right here in the bedroom. So again, folks, as we start to take a look at some of these, rear bath floor plans, right? If this is the one, if you're like, Ian, I love the Silver Lake, I love everything about it, I love the price point starting at under $25,000, $6.18 a day, perfect. All you have to do is text the word RV to 46642. But maybe you're not quite sure, right? Maybe you're not quite ready to pull the trigger, and I completely understand. I always recommend doing a lot of research, and reaching out, making sure that you're getting into the right RV for you. And folks, again, that's what we're here for. Text that word FRESH to 46642. That'll give you access to over 100,000 pieces of inventory we have on the lot and that we have coming in. And we can help walk you through, whether it's this rear bath, whether it's a different rear bath. Maybe it's not a rear bath at all. Maybe it's a rear living floor plan. Maybe it's a mid-living, rear kitchen. It's great. We have them all, again, available or coming in, and we can help make sure you find the perfect one for you. Let's head on outside, take a look at some of the outside features on the Silver Lake. Come on down the stairs here. And, I always like to start right up front, so let's go ahead and do that. And we can see right on the very front here, you have this nice smooth aluminum front. And that's something I really like, not only from an aesthetic standpoint, but also the fact that it's much easier to clean. You'll see the power tongue jack located here. So you can literally just flip a button to raise and lower the tongue. Makes it super simple when you're hooking up or disconnecting from your tow vehicle. And you have a light for added visibility at night. Making my way back a little bit further, a couple things on the front I want to point out. You'll see the diamond plating there, as well as the fully insulated, heated underbelly there too. So that way, if you plan on doing some little bit later season camping, having that enclosed and heated underbelly will help prevent your lines and tanks and stuff from freezing up on you. If you do want solar, this one is prepped for it. So again, just buy portable panels, plug it in right there. It'll trickle charge everything. Then you can see the big pass-through. We have plenty of space right in there. Making our way back, power awning with an LED light. You have a couple outside speakers here, as well as TV hookup. So if you want a TV, want to watch the game, you're capable, or you have the ability rather, to do that. Another thing I do want to talk about right back here is a black tank flush. This is a super handy feature. A lot of manufacturers actually don't put this on. I wish all of them would. But what this does, instead of having to put a hose down your toilet to wash out your black tank, which for the record, you should do every time you're done camping, instead you just hook up that hose right here. That black tank has sprayers built in and it washes out for you. Now, why do you want to wash out your black tank? A couple of reasons. One, to help keep the smells down, right? I mean, it's a black tank. We know what's going in there. We want to make sure we're getting all that out. Two is to make sure you're getting good reads on your sensors, because what will happen is you'll get toilet paper and some other solids that will dry out on those sensors, and then it will give you false readings. So, if you're pushing the button, it keeps saying your tank is 3/4 full, even though you just dumped it, that's probably what happened. So by washing that black tank out, it will help eliminate that issue. Now, folks, if let's say you're out there and you find an east to west, whether it's a Silver Lake, a Delaterra, whatever it may be, and you're like, oh my gosh, this is the perfect RV for me, and the dealer's like, oh yeah, I got you the best deal ever, and you're taking his word for it, don't, right? Double check, come to us, come to Camping World, because our prices will not be beat. We just won't do it. And here's the thing, we guarantee it, because if we can't beat the price, we'll give you $1,000. in your pocket. Worst case scenario, you get the best deal out there, and the dealership you were at is telling you the truth that they gave you a great deal. Now you're $1,000 richer. Now you can buy all the stuff you need to go inside your RV. So don't miss up the opportunity. All you have to do is text the word DEAL, which is DEAL, to that 46642 number, or drop it in the comments section below. And folks, again, this has been Big Rear Bath Travel Trailers, or rather RVs. We have a bunch of great ones. There's a lot more out there. As I said, over 100,000 pieces of inventory. To get your hands on it, text that word FRESH, 46642.
With the Camping World Best Price Guarantee, we'll beat any competitor price by $500 guaranteed, or write you a check for $1,000.
I will never lose a deal over price, ever, and I guarantee it.
Learn more today at campingworld.com.